I like how you guys have music right off the bat with your title screen. Maybe need a little better transition there from the black. No need to zoom in ever, unless it's in Premiere Pro. Try not to use the camera zoom.
Friday, and it's probably playing in the theater. And I know you like to watch them. I was just wondering if you like to watch it with.
You could probably use some audio gain here because I can't hear him very clearly as much as some of the non-diegetic sound that you add. I also noticed the aspect ratio of this clip was probably filmed wrong because he's grainy. So when you're filming, make sure and check the aspect ratio before you actually capture footage.
What's it about?
It's called Pandemonium, and it's about the cycle of pictures of certain people when others can't see them. It's so creepy.
Sounds like my kind of thing. What time should we meet and where?
See you at 6:30.
See you.
You guys needed a 180-degree rule there because I didn't see his mouth moving when he was saying something, which really helps with the visual of the story. I like the time-lapse. Great job capturing that.
Okay, Connor.
There was a jump in time there where she was by the pillar and then all of a sudden she was standing really still next to Connor. Could have cut that sooner, too. Oh, I like the roll across for the time. That's very nice. Connor lost his jacket.
How much time do I have to go?
So what do you think of the movie?
Looks really cool, and the cinematography was amazing. But I felt really bad for the girl, though. If only the guy listened to her, she wouldn't have had to die.
Well, it's not
Another
his
jump
fault.
cut.
He didn't see it until the very end.
At least it's just a fictional story.
Yes. That was terrible. Not having someone in real life. I'm getting kind of hungry. You want to grab something to eat for real life?
Yeah, totally.
Wow, you guys had to take the stairwell scene in so many cuts. And you can tell through the fact that there was different white balances and sound differences and lots of J cuts. But we'll chalk it up to a learning experience with how to make a little bit more smooth, continuous transition. You might want to focus on having cameras in different angles, so at least when you do have to make those cuts, they don't seem so strange and misput.
I need to use the bathroom. I'll be real quick.
Sure, I'll wait here.
A little long for her walking. It's kind of like, why are we watching her walk down the hallway? But I like how the music makes it seem like it's kind of odd, because it is odd, actually, to just be watching her walk down the hallway. Nice having the camera inside the bathroom already to see her over the shoulder shot. That needed to be a little bit more abrupt, and the music changed during that part. Otherwise, there's nothing really suspenseful about it, nothing to make you jump. Because you guys are doing a horror, but the music is one of those codes and conventions that makes you jump out of your seat. Again, spending a lot of time with shots of her walking down the hall, and you have to be thinking, like, what's going through her mind? You could do different cuts of something else. And then all of a sudden, why was there a man running behind her? I don't know who that was, but that was definitely an issue with continuity of just the overall general feel. You never want to have a conversation with the camera behind people. Instead, you want to have it in front of them, either walking with them or from the side, or directly put in place and then moved again once they've taken a couple steps.
Dude, but that doesn't mean I don't get scared.
Whatever, I'm sure it was just your imagination. Let's go. I'm starving, and it's starting to get late.
You're probably right.
So what are you going to eat?
I think I'm craving some Italian.
I know a great place for Italian nearby. We'll get there in no time.
Connor, did you hear that?
Come on, let's go. It's just the wind.
Connor, did you see that? It was the same psycho from the movie we just watched.
No, you're just scared.
No, I'm not. Didn't you see him?
No, I didn't. You're just imagining it. Get a hold of
This is a
yourself.
much better 180.
Right.
In these moments where they're walking and not talking, you need to have some kind of non-diegetic sound, because then it is just like a home video recording.
Connor, the guy from the movie's behind us.
Claudia, stop. There's no one there.
I actually saw him.
What's your problem? If you're that scared of horror movies, you could just tell me. I wouldn't have asked you to come.
Connor, stop being an idiot. You trust me for once?
Claudia, I think you need some time alone.
No, don't leave me. I think it's
Connor, keep it together.
there.
I think you guys need to, the overall feel of this whole movie is that the one piece of advice I have for you is to back your camera up. To like actually move the camera back so that we're getting the whole picture. Because if you want a zoomed in feel, you can zoom it in Premiere Pro, but it's better to get more information and crop it than to get cut off information, because that scene was way too close up with the cameraman to the subjects. Work on the focus, because the focus is not on her face.
Connor, thank you.
It's like comedy, horror comedy. If she's going to scream and you're going to end it on that, you need to unlink the audio with the video and extend the audio into the end past where the video is. Because if both of them end at the same time, then it's just an abrupt stop. You need to linger it off, kind of like how on piano you never end on an off chord. It's the same thing with video. Also, this font for your credits is not fitting for your genre. So you guys struggled a little bit to get some of the codes and conventions just right as far as horror genre goes, as well as your filming technique. Even if you guys were phenomenal at editing, your filming could not have been helped through your editing techniques. So you had to take more time to preview your recordings that you've done right there when you're filming and say, no, that wasn't right, and say, we need to redo this, because when we get to editing, there's nothing we can do to fix this bit of messed up footage. So make sure you always check your footage while you're there filming so that by the time you get to editing, you don't have those kind of problems. Good job meeting the expectations on this, and I will continue looking through your journals to see where those creative decisions have come from. Great job, guys.